Hello people, here we are at the beautiful Diyatalawa railway station, 70th railway station on the Upcountry Railway line. Elevation 1331.4 meters. Uh, Distance from Colombo Fort is 253 kilometers. So we are going to start our trek from Diyatalawa to Bandarawela now. It's approximately 6 kilometers. Before we start our journey, I'll show you the panoramic view we can see from the Diyatalawa railway station. Let's go and have a look at it first. This is the panoramic view you can see from the Diyatalawa railway station. Look at that huggle rising into the sky. We can make out Conical Hill, Single Tree, Idrutalaga Towers, Sandathan. I wonder if that mountain somewhere there is the Mahakudugala. And then Fox Hill nearby, which is part of the Erabad Forest Reserve. Military Academy, racetrack and all that can be seen from here beautifully. The view of Diyatalawa railway station and the good shed from Badulla end. There are some people waiting for the train, but we are not going to wait for the train. Instead, we are going to continue towards Bandarawela. This is the railway crossing at Diyatalawa across B396 Roehampton, Apputhale, Roehampton, Diyatalawa Road. We have been trekking from Diyatalawa railway station about 1 kilometer now. We are looking towards Diyatalawa. We were informed that LODC is due any minute. We couldn't figure it out because that was not mentioned in the timetable either at Apputhale. Probably it doesn't stop at Apputhale. Anyway, we are just going to keep an eye on that. And this is once again the panoramic view towards Diyatalawa, Erabad Forest Reserve and the Fox Hill racetrack. What you are hearing is the army practicing gunnery exercises. And then this is towards Namunukula, and you can see Chamara, my trekking partner for the day. There is Chamara, and he is looking towards Diyatalawa Fox Hill. In the distance is Namunukula. We are still waiting for the LODC, but we are continuing towards Bandarawela. You can see in the distance Nayabad the mountain and the towers at the summit point. Nayabad is a very significant mountain because that's where the Kirindioya originates from. You know that Kirindioya, the water streams create Ravanayalla or Kitallalla waterfall, Udaravanayalla, whatever, all these names refer to the same waterfall. And then there is another Ravana falls on Ellavellawai road. The actual name is Bandarawela Falls or Bandarawela. So those waterfalls are created by the Kirindioya and its streams. Now Chamara is going ahead, keeping an eye for any oncoming trains. The tricky part is keeping an eye for the trains coming behind us, because now that we are taking you on this beautiful trek. Alright, it looks like Chaman has found a good vantage point for a photograph of Narangala mountain. Or is it the Namunukula? I think it's a Namunukula. We also have a plan to climb Namunukula one day once again, because I remember we climbed it many moons ago, and we did a cleaning project where we collected lots of garbage, broken glass, beer cans, all that some time ago. But it was not a proper hike per se, so I would like to go and enjoy Namunukula once again, providing the summit point is not destroyed by the careless travelers. Looks like somebody has burned the mana patches on either side of the railway track. In the distance you can see beautiful tea fields of Nayabad, the mountain range. That's where St. Catherine Seat is, close to the summit point actually. But it doesn't offer magnificent views like the Lipton Seat, because the trees have grown up and nobody is maintaining it like the Lipton Seat. So it used to be a very good vantage point where you could see Diyatalawa, Idalgassin, Borolanda areas very clearly, but not anymore when we visited last time. And the Lipton Seat is also somewhere up there, but to the right. Right, we are coming across the first rail bridge on this trek. From my research, there is one tunnel between Diyatalawa and Bandarawela, tunnel number 38, and then there should be at least 4 to 5 rail bridges. Especially one prominent rail bridge is the Badulla rail bridge, where the water streams create Allatota Alla and Badulla waterfalls before those streams go and merge with the Badulla branch coming from Idalgassin and Bodaland areas, which create Mathatil Oya, and it goes on to join Uma Oya. My goodness, people, look at this bridge. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. We'll take a couple of pictures and then I'm gonna walk you through that. Alright folks, are you ready? Alright, this is gonna be a very hairy walk. My goodness, let's hope LODC is delayed by a few more minutes. The last thing I need is LODC crossing the rail bridge at the same time as me, right? It's gonna give me a heart attack for sure. Charmer managed to cross it without an incident, so it's my time. It's more difficult for me because I need to take you guys with me. That's the plan, at least anyway. So if I don't make it to the next, the other side, guys, hopefully somebody will recover the camera and post the video on Facebook. That will be more interesting, right? But I won't be there to enjoy it, unfortunately, if something were to happen. Anyway, so far the going is good. All right, we have covered a lot of distance. It's wonderful how people react to things when they are like in danger. Oh my goodness, there it is like a hairy bit. The sleeper is broken, worn out. All right, Charmer is taking a nice little rest while I'm battling Mortal Kombat here with these loose sleepers. My word, it's one of the most hairiest bridge crossings I've done. Oh dear, the last bit. All right, oh my goodness. Right, you can see my travel partner Charmer having a nice rest. Now look at the view from the other side. Guess what, people? On the left hand side up there is the St. Catherine Seat, if I'm not mistaken, and the path to Naibad the mountain range. Amazing find. You can see those trees growing so high, they are the ones blocking the view towards Diyatalawa and beyond. Therefore the viewpoint is not so glamorous these days, especially when we went there. Not sure anyone has done any clearing, but it doesn't look as if that is the case. Right, okay, now you are going to see something wonderful. Just wait for it. This is another view of the bridge, people, with the St. Catherine Seat and Naibad the mountain in the background, where the Kirindioy originates. Look at all these massive stone pillars. Not as glamorous as the 9-arch bridge, but still an engineering marvel. This is the second railway bridge, and you just saw a beautiful and sexy, sensual German lady going past. Thankfully, we were not waiting for the LODC at the long bridge. If we were, we would have been hugely disappointed. But our hunch paid off and we managed to capture this ever so beautiful, gorgeous, sexy German lady. Green and maroon beautiful lady. We are going to cross this bridge with you. Stand ready once again. Alright, I hope you are ready this time, and the footing is somewhat better compared to the previous bridge because it had so many loose wooden sleepers. In comparison, this has metal ones, but they too are a bit wonky, so you got to be really careful. So I'm trying to keep the footage stabilized. GoPro is doing a good job, but still some of these wobbles are hard to compensate even for someone like GoPro. Right, okay, my friend is coming behind me. Okay, you can see Charmer is coming now. He's taking some video and taking his sweet little time. So far we have trekked 2.2 kilometers. We got nearly 4 more to go. You can get a better idea of the bridge and how one could walk along the footbridge on the side. Here we are at tunnel number 38 after 2.3 kilometers from Diyatalawa railway station, which is the 70th on the Upcountry railway line. We are now walking towards 71st, which is Bandarawela. Diyatalawa is approximately 253 kilometers. Alright guys, I was telling you about Diyatalawa being approximately 253 kilometers from Colombo Fort. If my memory serves right, I actually stopped talking because I wanted to focus 100% on the sleepers, because number one, they're so slippy, plus there's so much bat poo, so they make it really difficult to trek along. And then Bandarawela is approximately 259 kilometers from Colombo Fort. And I can see my trekking partner Charmer is videoing me now. Our roles have reversed and he's going back towards Bandarawela. Okay, we are now coming out tunnel number 38. So there was so much bat poo. I think you can see Charmer is wiping his shoes because of that, and water, sludge and all that. So we got to be very careful. That's why I stopped talking all of a sudden. You would have been wondering, okay, he said Diyatalawa is approximately 253 kilometers and went blank. Now this is the view from the other side, people. This is a very straight tunnel, straight as an arrow. Could you make out the signboard and the distances mentioned? 158, 1631, 158, 1163. Those are the tunnel lengths on either side. So you got to do a bit of maths now to figure out the tunnel length. We made the right decision by not waiting for LODC at that large bridge. See, because of that we were able to capture the M6 lady on a different bridge. But if we had come a bit earlier, we could have captured her coming through that tunnel number 38. But still, we were very lucky. I can also make out a mirage in the distance, people, because this stretch is somewhat straight. Diyatalawa, I told you, is at 1331.4 meters, exactly 100 meters below Badulla, whereas Bandarawela is at 1225.3 meters, if my memory serves right, which means the difference between Diyatalawa and Bandarawela is approximately 106 meters. In feet, that is almost 350. The distance I told you is approximately 6 kilometers, and we have 5 bridges and 1 tunnel. So we've crossed 2 bridges, 1 tunnel, so we got 3 more bridges. Once again, they should be located close to each other, because that's where the streams feeding to Diyatalawa and Badulla are flowing almost close to each other. So those bridges, it's like a bridge cluster known as Badulla Bridge. Badulla ancient temple is also nearby. Then the Nayabadda, Lipton Seed Road, Punagala side are also in the same area. A16, we are going to cross the A16 in a short while, which is on our right at the moment. So we'll be crossing A16 and push her to our left very soon. Then the railway line should go on the right hand side all the way towards Badulla. Right, okay, I think we'll come to a turning point. I'll stop you here. We'll talk more about it as and when we come to these significant landmarks. Close to yet another landmark. This is the crossing of A16. We are going to cross it to the right hand side. So far we have trekked approximately 3.6 kilometers, which means we got another 2.5 or so to go. 3 bridges are pending for us. They will be with us very soon. I think about 600 meters from this crossing we should be able to come across the bridges, and all 3 bridges are spread out around 400 meters. So it's gonna be a bridge galore very soon. But okay, I'm not going to walk you through the crossing itself. Now you can see the rail gate, and you might catch a glimpse of a vehicle as well. But anyway, that's A16, so we are going to cross it very fast because Odyssey is behind us. We don't know when she's gonna come. Okay, we can see a tuk-tuk now on the crossing. We'll try and walk to the bridges and catch Odyssey there. Okay people, we are here at the bridge number 3 now. Somewhat small one, but if my research is correct, we should have the other 2 bridges in the close vicinity. So we'll cross them as soon as possible and try and capture the Odyssey, if we are lucky, in one of these bridges. The road to Badulla Rajama Vihare is up there. You are going to get lucky with another bridge crossing. You can see Chamara is crossing on the other side, me on this side. It's very rare these railway bridges having 2 side-by-side footbridges. Normally it's just 1, but surprisingly this has 2. So both Chamara and I can continue our hike. You can see there's a water stream down below. This is the one feeding the Diyatalawa. This actually merges with Badulla stream, then go across the A16 and create Diyatalawa very close to Bandarawela town. This is the view of the bridge from the other side. Chamara said there is a natural pool here and he went in search for it. Hopefully we can go for a dip very soon. Unfortunately people, we couldn't find that natural pool. Especially the water levels are so low these days, so even if there was one, there wouldn't have been enough water for us to have a dip. Therefore we decided to skip that and continue our journey. Now we are actually about 1.7 kilometers before Bandarawela station. Now we are crossing the Badulla railway bridge. This is, you can see, somewhat peculiar because they have two iron bridges on either side, and then there is this the stones laid section. I'm not sure what the reason behind it, but it's like three bridges put together, two iron bridges on either side, and this one laid with small stone. From these rail gatekeepers, we asked about the railway timetable. Apparently LODC is getting late, and there is another train, the mixed train, is coming a little late. View of Badulla rail bridge from the other side. Passing Badulla, we came across this signage. The railway iron bridge is, they refer to the Badulla rail bridge, and the station, it's the Bandarawela. So we are about 600 meters from it. Right, we just saw the candy bound mixed train once again, pulled by a German lady, but she was wearing a long hood, not a short hood. Normally she's beautiful when she's wearing a short hood, not like the Robin Hood though. Anyway, now we crossed 4 rail bridges, but remember my research was there should be 5 bridges. Because there has to be another small rail bridge after the Badulla one. Not sure if it is in front of us. Anyway, right, okay, let's move and see if we come across that bridge anytime soon. We are very close to Bandarawela railway station. You can see the distance view. Down below is the A16 road. You can probably hear the vehicles passing by. We are very close to Bandarawela railway station. This is one of these ancient monuments still lasting today from the steam engine time. Here is the Bandarawela railway station and Poonagala road with the rail crossing. Here we are finally at the Bandarawela railway station. You can see a diesel locomotive shunter, a G2 category, also resting on display at Bandarawela railway station. We are going to wrap up our journey from Bandarawela railway station, having trekked 6 kilometers from Diyatalawa at 1225 meters elevation. We'll see you once again with another rail hike like this. Until then, stay safe and take care.